So, just because Warren Buffett is sitting on $144 billion in cash doesn't mean you have to do the same. Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. This is Pradeep and you're watching Vlog of Note. In this video, I'm going to tell you about 3 lessons that you can take away from Warren Buffett's letter of 2022. Let's get started. So first of all, you obviously know Warren Buffett, Oracle of Omaha, worth over $100 billion. He writes these annual letters. They're open to everyone to read every year for the last over 50 years now. It's interesting because it gives us some insights into how he thinks about the market and what is happening in the world today. It's also interesting because he uses the words your company and your investment quite a few times in these letters. It's basically his way of saying that the shareholders of the company are the owners of the company and he is merely a custodian of their money. I like that. Also, these letters are a prelude to the actual meetings. That's where all of the interesting Q&A happens. Anyway, there are 3 things that I think that you can take away from this year's letter. The first thing that you can take away is something that he alludes to called the orangutan effect. This is actually a Charlie Munger thing. If you have a cherished investment idea, you should probably sit down and explain it to an orangutan. At the end of it, you will leave feeling quite clarified in your thinking and the primate will be kind of puzzled. A lot of investors are confused because of the pandemic and the war. Should they buy the dip? They also suffer from something called buy the dip-itis. Basically, they try to time the market. It's a bad idea. Oh, and there is an Indianism called sell on rise. Basically, as your stock rises, you should sell on rise and book profits and retire to the Bahamas. Anyway, any of these ideas, you should probably sit down and explain them to your pet or your child. And at the end of it, you will definitely feel a lot clearer. The second thing that we can take away is basically cash and cash equivalence. Now, Warren Buffett likes to sit on at least $30 billion in cash and cash equivalents as his margin of safety. He basically feels that this makes Berkshire Hathaway financially impregnable and they don't have to depend on the kindness of strangers or of friends. Now that aside, one of the shareholders in 2018 actually asked him if he had put his $112 billion in cash into an index fund for over 15 years, he would have made it into $155 billion, and that $43 billion in profit is basically opportunity cost for the shareholders. Now, Buffett is usually a little bit slow to respond to some questions because he likes to think about his answers. However, he pounced on this one. He said that if he had done this in 2008, then he would not have been able to take advantage of the financial crash. Basically, Buffett is fond of quoting Ted Williams and the science of hitting. You have a strike zone in baseball and you only have to swing at the balls in your strike zone to make a killing. You don't have to take advantage of every opportunity, but you should be ready to take advantage of every good opportunity. The third thing that you can take away from Buffett's letter is buyback or share repurchase. Basically, in 2021, he took the chance to buy back at least $27.1 billion of Berkshire stock. This is not easy because Berkshire shareholders are not short-term investors. Most of them are in it for the long term. Also, Buffett has usually said that by far the best investment that you can make is an investment into yourself. If you can't find a good investment opportunity, invest in yourself. TCS or Tata Consultancy Services is another company instituting a buyback in India of over 18,000 crores at a market price premium of over 25%. Buybacks really work because they are an investment into the company itself. Anyway, these are 3 takeaways that I thought you should learn from Buffett's annual letter of 2022. If you have your own takeaways, drop them in the comment section down below. As always, please go over to YouTube, subscribe to the Vlog of Note channel, ring that notification bell so that you never miss a video, and I will see you guys in the next episode.